Capital Stage, we tell stories. We tell stories that reflect the diversity of this great city of ours. We tell stories that change the world. Sitting in the dark, watching a play, transports us into the life and mind of a different person. We create empathy. Here's one example. Earlier this year, I was facilitating a talkback between the audience and the actors after a production of Passover. Now, Passover is a play that tells the story of two young black men surviving on the streets, always under the watchful eye of the police. During the play, one of the characters lists the names of his friends who were killed at the hands of police. Now, during the talkback, a woman tearfully told us that when she heard those names, they were the same names of people that she knew who were killed by police. We all shared her grief at that moment, and at that moment, I was reminded that the work that we do is important. In 17 years, Capital Stage has presented 106 live productions for a total of 2,658 performances, and we have welcomed over 250,000 people into our theater. And we want even more people in our theater to create more empathy and engage in those heartfelt conversations. We want to launch a program that brings people from every corner of this community into our theater. For $100,000, we can bring 5,000 people into our theater to see theater for free. There are many great causes represented in this room today, and I'm going to tell you why investing in the performing arts is critical to the survival of us all. In a July 2021 publication in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology, researchers found that people who saw theater experienced more empathy for the people in the plays. They changed their minds about political issues presented in the plays. But wait, there's one more thing. People who saw theater gave more to charity, whether or not that charity was represented in the play or not. More people in the theater, generating more empathy, and who give back. Your support of Capital Stage will have a lasting effect on the community. Your gift could be the spark that generates a wave of new audiences who see the world through a wider lens, with bigger hearts, and who give back. And this is how we change the world. So I look forward to seeing you at the theater, and you, and all of you at the theater, and let's change the world together.
All right, now on to our answers. There's Kitty.
Well, Keith, you obviously have a big fan club here, which is great. You're very well represented. I thought it was a very effective speech and delivered very professionally, which is probably no surprise considering your background. I think that you really underscored the importance of culture and the performing arts and how it enriches someone personally, broadens their horizons, introduces them to subjects and philosophies that they may not otherwise be exposed to. And I think you very effectively delivered that with some concrete examples of what has been performed in your particular arena. So I thought you did a remarkable job. Again, very well put together, very well thought through, a good emotional component, but based on the facts. So, well done.
Exactly, Kitty. And how about those facts? I was really impressed to hear that over 17 years, 250,000 people have walked through your theater doors. That's a great number to harp on. And I also loved the reoccurring theme of empathy. I think we can all agree after the last 2 years that we've had, empathy is needed in spades. And I think also what we missed a lot in the last 2 years was live art and live performance. So in my opinion, live art is more important now than perhaps ever. So thank you for your emotive performance. Really appreciate it.
I think what they said hit it too. I will address the elephant in the room, that when you're dealing with technical problems on stage, it's fucking brutal, right? Like it is, I mean, that is real, yes, the clappers, get the clappers going. So, Kitty can probably relate to this too. When you're in an environment like this where you are relying on a piece of equipment that is failing you during the biggest moment, it is really hard to focus and to keep yourself on track. And you did. You absolutely powered through, and it was really impressive.
Yeah, your professionalism showed through.
All right, thanks to our influencers. Once again, give it up for Keith.